Attack Cut Creator. I'm not in YouTube chat, so that's how that is. And I've connected to all games because I'm a minute early and no one cares. I have connected to Twitch because I am early and no one cares. I need to open Twitch because I am early and no one cares. Where's my Twitch at? Do I have that? There they go. There they go. R9 casted 341. I'm gonna say the things that I say when I say them. Okay. Give me the dashboard. I don't know what this is. Co-create 337 was the last one I did on. Okay. 41. I could change Scorpio to whatchamacallit now? Xbox. The Xbox One X. And the PS4 so. I gosh, oh my god. Sorry. Did I update information? What does it sound like? I can't hear it because I'm dumb and I have things turned down. And I believe that the sound is still messed up on Mixer. So I have not solved anything. And it really is annoying. Oh, I need to chat. Give me that chat. Pop it out. Pop. What's going on there? Can I didn't want to do that. Stop. Okay. Drop. Shut them down. Open up shop. Whoa. That's how Rough Riders roll. Okay. Well, can I zoom over or something? I mean, you're there we go. No, that's not it. Okay, get out of here. Okay, so I can't. Wait. Oh, I can move stuff around. Okay. You know what? Just give me the pop out. Okay, you know what? There it is. That's how I'm gonna do it. No, that's not how I'm gonna do it. It's not even loading. What's up with the chat, yo? What's up with the chat, yo? I guess I'm gonna do it this way. That's why you get multiple screens, son. There you go. There you go. I don't know. Chat's like in a perpetual state of I don't know what the heck is going on. Check. All right, there they go. Hello. What the heck is going on here? What Twitch? What's? Oh, let me check this real quick. Yeah. Okay. Oh, did I have this turned? Is this all right over here? Oh. That might help. That might help me turn on my microphone. Maybe that fixed. Oh shoot! I think that fixed the churn. The churn. Did that fix the churn? Maybe it did. I'ma just go with it. No audio on the Twitch stream. I know I just fixed it. I fixed it because I'm stupid. Oh, there we go. Yes, Tiger Club. Thank you. Thank you for always looking out for bruv. I wish I'd talk like that for real. In real life. That's what I just said. I wish I did. I didn't get my glasses. I don't really need them. I just wanna. My eyes been like, I'm so sad. I've been crying tears. I'm so sad and happy. It's tears of sadness and joy. You see my eyes are puffy because I'm like, oh my gosh. The ponies must be really upset right now. It's almost like the world governments got together and said, okay, people of Earth, there is a big asteroid meteor comet coming our way, and it's gonna hit us. We can't destroy it. We can't deflect it. We can't escape. We all gonna die. Oh well, that's what the ponies feel like right now because the inevitable is coming. The asteroid comet is coming for them. They know it. They know that the doom is just it's destiny, if you will, which is funny because Destiny has their own asteroid meteor comet coming for them in the form of Anthem. Also, which we will get to, is your boy, what's his name, Jim Ryan? Jim Ryan is the new Don Matrick. Jim Ryan is the new Microsoft 2013, for real, because it's almost like they didn't see what Microsoft did in 2013. They've learned no lessons, right? They're just like, oh, we're Sony, we could do no wrong. Why would anyone play that ugly game? Oh, by the way, here's Shadow of the Colossus again. Okay, so you made the ugly game not ugly anymore. You're still charging your fans again. If this game is look, this game's gonna be at least $40. I think this game's gonna be full 60. I ain't even joking. I think it's gonna be full 60 because it's so pretty. Because look at the graphics. If it's 40, I'd be surprised. But it ain't gonna be under 40. Anyway, the point is, Tiger Cloud Chat says, so you gonna talk about everything that was revealed E3 2013? I'm gonna try out of memory. And like, oh, let me try to fix this Twitch chat. Twitch be tripping. You be tripping. F5 that joint. Did it work? Okay, it did. But yeah, so I'm like, I mean, this stuff happened weeks ago, right? And I haven't been talking about it because I'm like, oh, whatever, you know, blah, blah, blah. He's going to say something and nobody's going to care. And then Sony does no wrong, right? And I was like, is that how it's going to be for real? Is that what it is? Oh, thank you, Techno, for watching. And so I was like, okay, I'm not gonna say nothing about Jim Ryan because he's dumb. You know, it's not up to me. It's not me, the little guy who has no followers, who has no I'm not an influencer, basically. So it doesn't matter what I say. It doesn't matter what I say because I have no flow. I got no juice in the game like that, right? So whatever. I can say whatever. Nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna care. But when a lot of the sites, the big sites, the influencers, if you will, start saying stuff about how Sony's Jim Ryan, or Sony in particular, or Sony as a whole, plus Jim Ryan, are acting stupid, quote unquote stupid, a well-known publication said, y'all, Sony is stupid, basically. I'm paraphrasing, but the word Sony and stupid were in the same sentence, so y'all figure it out. And I also put it on All Games Facebook, All Games Community Facebook. Also go to allgames.com and click on the Amazon banner if you want to buy some stuff. But anyway, so Tiger Claw says he's just probably gonna make fun of Sony at E3. No, I told you I was crying because I felt sad for the ponies. I don't want to make fun. I don't want to kick them while they're down. I should though, but I don't want to kick them while they're down. That's not what the industry is about. The industry is about everybody getting good games, right? Right. That's why I like Phil Spencer. Phil Spencer right now is one of the best dudes in the industry. Not because he's the smartest guy, or he does the best graphics, or he makes the best games, blah blah blah, or because he's with Microsoft, so he's better than anybody else. Nah, it's about what he's saying, right? So his whole approach to video games, being part of Xbox, being the boss of Xbox, he has the juice, he has the leeway, he has the ability to say, yo, this is what we're gonna do. Blah, 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 blah. And that's what happens, right? So I'm like, okay, that's cool, Phil Spencer. But his mentality isn't like see, Sony is like, remember, Sony's a Japanese company first and foremost. You could look at Sean Layden and whoever else is there anymore. I don't know who's there anymore. You can look at these guys or the House dude. You can look at those are the only two guys I know at Sony. And I'm sorry, Mark Cerny. Those three guys. Those are the heads, the figureheads as far as the US is concerned at Sony. You look at those guys and you're like, okay, Mark Cerny is a hardware nerd. That's him. He's not really a public dude. He's not really the dude you go to and say, yo, man, talk to the people, make them love us. No, you don't go to Mark Cerny. You go to Mark Cerny when you say, yo, you need to build a PS5 and make it dope. And you're like, okay, yeah. And he does it. And then you have Sean Layden, who's like, yo, I want to squeeze into this T-shirt. I need to dehydrate myself for a couple of weeks so I can squeeze into this Crash Bandicoot shirt, yo. And then he comes out on stage like, hi, everybody. Right? He does that. He didn't do it this year, though. He was a suit and tie because he was like, I ain't wearing no T-shirt. I ain't making a fool of myself again. He saw last year's press conference. He was like, oh my. That's what he said. There you go. And whatchamacallit. And what was the last dude I said? Andrew House. He's like the British, I guess the European dude for Sony. And he's probably the best. Y'all ponies, y'all Sony dudes, y'all lost a good thing when Jack Tretton retired. Jack Tretton was the heart and soul of Sony, right? He retired. He's like, you know what? I'm out. And he got out right at the good time because he knew something. He knew something, right? First of all, he knew something was gonna go on, but he's like, you know what? This is my time to get out. I'm gone. Let's see if this will work. Kaijudo, can you hear me? Oh, what happened? Kaijudo, can you hear me? I can barely hear. Let me turn you up, though. Yeah, I know. I got you on speaker. I'm trying to get you on speaker. Hold up. Do. Let's see here. Where's the speakerphone on this B-Latch? No, that's not it. That's it. There you go. Can you hear me better?
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Yeah, I can hear you better.
Good.
So, first I just want to say, yeah, Sony disappointed me there. I feel they lost E3, so let's just get that out the way.
No. Wait a second. Let's not rush that.
No, I'm not gonna rush it because I know you're doing a whole show. I'm just saying that, like, I'm just giving my opinion because I want to let you know where I'm coming from. Like, I'm not coming here to defend Sony or anything like that. That's what I'm letting you know. I come in peace.
All right, cool.
But my question was because I heard you. I just tuned in now, so I wanted to know who said Sony was stupid. I was curious to know who else had that opinion because a lot of people, people weren't for Sony, but they were seeing a different E3 than what I was seeing. Right. Well, for me, the big winners were Xbox, Ubisoft, EA, and Nintendo. Those are and the losers was the PC, PlayStation, and
Bethesda.
Was there somebody else? Yeah, I don't think so.
Bethesda was.
Bethesda. Yeah, those are all the losers for me. So I'm just curious to know who said Sony was stupid because they're kind of I'm kind of on that boat.
Okay, well, I gotta give context about the stupid thing. So the stupid thing, the whole context of the actual statement of them being stupid was Sony for not allowing cross-platform play because Nintendo's doing it now with Minecraft and the Switch with Xbox and PC and all that stuff, and Sony's still not doing it. They're like, no, we don't want to do it. And then the reason they gave was because we don't know what's going on those networks and we want to protect our children's, basically is what they said. And then The Verge, I believe it was The Verge, said Sony was let me pull up that exact thing because I put it on Facebook and I want to make sure that I get that right real quick. But
I mean, it's fine. yeah, it's my opinion that it is a dumb move, but at the same time, it's like I don't think Minecraft is that big of a deal anymore. Like it's not gonna necessarily hurt Sony, but it does make Sony look bad because they're like, come on, let everybody play together. Same thing happened with I don't know if it was because of Sony, but remember Rocket League was supposed to be well, not supposed to be, but it could be
yeah,
Xbox along with PlayStation and PC.
That's another
And
thing.
I know they said there was like some issue. I don't know if they said it was with Sony or Microsoft. I don't
No,
know
it was Sony.
I know we can play with PC people, but I also want to play Xbox people. I can shut them down.
Hold on, let me tell you real quick. That was in this article. Now, so the article was from The Verge, and the headline is Sony's excuse for blocking PlayStation and Xbox cross-platform play is hostile and stupid. And
yes, I agree.
if you go to the allgames.com community on Facebook, I posted it there, and then you can read it from a guy named Tom Warren. I don't know what that guy is, but yeah. So I read through it, and I was like, yeah, pretty much. So I don't want to go through the article, but basically it's kind of the same thing. And in the article, he does say that Rocket League is doing it too. So it's Rocket League, and Minecraft that are gonna both play nice PC, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. And Sony's out. And I'm like, first of all, it's dumb because they're losing out on the fun. This is games like Minecraft and Rocket League and PC games that kind of transcend platform. You need to be in it. You need to be part of the party, part of the game, part of the movement. If you're not, you're gonna get left behind. And what Sony's doing, as far as them still being Japanese, still being kind of xenophobic, they're doing what Nintendo has done for years. But I think Nintendo is starting to be like, yo, we need to, Nintendo is moving faster in certain ways than Sony when it comes to network. I mean, not as far as technically, they're still behind as far as their online network systems, but like a movement like this, it's like, yo, Nintendo just got mad props because they're just like, yeah, we can play. And if Nintendo's not worried about the children's, Sony has no excuse. So that's first of all, that's a whole bunch of BS because Nintendo's on board. So right there, if they're sitting in the board meeting and then Nintendo just did, and they're like, oh man, what are we gonna say now? Because whatever we say, we can't. We're just gonna say this. Like, they're not gonna believe it. So what? We don't care. We're Sony. We're in the lead. We're the kings. So right now, I think their arrogance and their lead is blowing up their heads, acting like they can do whatever they want to do, and they're gonna make mistakes. They've been making mistakes. That was one. The other one was your boy Jim Ryan talking about, what did he say? About the old games. They're at I forgot where they were, but they showed Gran Turismo 1, 2, and 3, I think, on the systems that they came out on, PlayStation 1 and 2. And he was like, "Oh man, they look." I forgot what he exactly said, but he said they look horrible, right? And he said, "Why would anyone want to play these?" And he was like referring to backwards compatibility. He was like, "Well, we looked at the numbers and we could do it, but a lot of people don't use it, so we're not gonna do it." And I'm like, "That's not they're not understanding what gamers like." Sure, I like backwards compatibility. Like, I would like, okay, here's an Xbox, here's a PlayStation. If they were both even, but Xbox had backwards compatibility, PlayStation didn't, or not even like giving them labels. If you had all these systems and like you had all the systems, right? 2 new systems come out, one has backwards compatibility, one doesn't. You'd be like, I might get this one because I can play my old games for a little bit or whatever. And it's about preservation. It's many different things that surround backwards compatibility. And why Microsoft is doing it is a different reason for why Sony is not doing it. Well, of course, but they're not doing it for a dumb reason, or maybe it's a money reason, or I don't know, because they're using all their money, I guess, for deals and stuff. And Microsoft's over here building new consoles, and they have engineers doing 360 emulation and doing now Xbox One, the OG Xbox emulation, which is crazy to me. And I'm like, yo, Microsoft, they're doing their thing ever since Phil stepped into the chair, into the pictures. mound. He's been correcting the course, but Sony has been gliding ever since 2013. They got to the top. They're like, they've been gliding, and they haven't done anything.
GZ needs to call in because he's making a strong point there. And I also agree with what Tiger Claw was saying in the chat. They may cut you off, but just like
Let me
some comments out there.
Let me read real quick.
Some good facts.
Alright, Tiger Claw said. So basically, Sony's worried about the security since they were hacked years ago.
Yeah, I can see that.
Which is probably why they don't want to do. You know what? Here's the thing. If they're worried about getting hacked, if that's their concern, they need to get out of the online video game business right now, because that's a concern for anybody that's getting online. So for them to be like, oh, we don't want to get hacked again.
I still blame the Sony fans for that, because I think I always said, I've been saying this for the longest time, that Sony was the victim, and you don't blame the victim of the crime. You know, it's like, we know that there's nothing out there that's not hacker proof. You know, it's like, when you put your information out there, you should already know that you're taking a risk. And the way they went after Sony and made them give us free games and all that other BS, I think that's why Sony's scared. They're scared of that crazy fan base that'll like turn on.
Yeah. Well, like I said, they don't need to be in this business then, because this is what the business is. You know what I mean? Microsoft's not like, oh, we're scared, we don't want it. No, they're like, yo, we want online on the console. They're the one who was like pushing it for the first. Well, Sega did it first, kind of. Then the Dreamcast, but that was made by Microsoft. The hardware is made by Microsoft, so I don't know whose idea was it. It was. And then Xbox came out, boom, Ethernet right in the back, boom, they ready to go. So Sony was late to the game, and they obviously don't have the infrastructure or the know-how to do it right, and so they're scared. And that's fine being cautious, but this is part of being video games. Say if Steam said, "Oh, we're scared, we don't want to," no. You know, nobody's saying nothing about how Steam works. I mean, why don't they learn from what's out there?
Microsoft and Tiger Claw said, I sound like I'm coming from a speakerphone. Your sound might be messed up, but
whatever.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, Microsoft. They know how to twist that PR stuff, and like they've had problems in the past, but they always clean it up, and they say stuff in the beginning like, oh, we here at Microsoft have just experienced a record number people using Xbox Live, but we understand that a few of you are having issues. We're working, like they say stuff like that to make it sound like it's lesser and to make them sound bigger. Like I think Sony may be more of an honest company.
No. You gotta be joking. An honest company? Come on, son.
No, I don't know. Nah. Because I know they don't have good PR. Like they don't.
Nah.
They don't spit stuff like
dude.
Microsoft.
No. Okay.
But
So.
that GC comment too, because
I'm gonna get to you, GC. Hold up. So Sony is an honest company, more honest than Microsoft. Meanwhile, Sony tried to on multiple times to trademark the phrase "Let's Play." You know what that means, right? They tried to own the phrase "Let's Play" so they can get paid by any creators on the internet who use the phrase "Let's Play." That's what Sony tried to do twice and got turned down. And then they lied about 1080p on Killzone Shadowfall. They did that. They got sued. They're not honest. I mean, these big companies, they do what they need to do to be successful, right? But Sony's been tripping, and their fandom has.
Maybe the word isn't honest, but I'm just saying they don't have a good PR that's able to like spin stuff and make it sound nicer than what it is. I've seen Xbox do that time and time.
Well,
you
have a grudge against them because of experience, but since Phil Spencer has like, when did you start hating Xbox? Like, what date was it when it happened to you? And you're like, F Xbox, I'm out. Was it?
I'll tell you, they gave me that refurb back.
Was it? Oh, it was before.
I was already anti-Microsoft.
So
before that, like even before the Xbox came out, because I always saw it as like, oh, this is their opportunity to cash in on the game craze. Because like when they came out with the Xbox, that was like right off the heels of like we just got the PlayStation 2 and Sony was doing good and Nintendo was doing good, and like video gaming was on the upswing. So I always felt like Microsoft just got into it for payday. Like they weren't really necessarily a gaming company. They were just like, okay, let's just make a more powerful machine, and let's rack up some cash
Well, they all start out that way. But the thing, all right, wait, hold on, let me go and
Don't forget GC, man.
yeah. I'm sorry, Jeezy. Let me go to your comments real quick. All right, so Jeezy said first, and also they don't need to. MSoft is a.
From the top, he starts all the way.
Wait, okay, where was that's pace. No, I don't have any. That's all I got from after Tiger.
You're right. I thought you caught it in the middle. Yeah, you're right.
All right, so I don't even understand that first sentence because somehow. Well, anyway, so I'll say, okay, Jeezy says they want to use Sony's online numbers to add to their numbers, so each month they can now say they have 1 million unique IDs on Xbox Live. Phil Spencer is a PSOS. The winning team don't need to go to the losing team with crossplay. Reverse it, they are serious. Huh? Reverse it, they are serious. Or pay us to do it. Okay, no, I get that. I understand that. But it's right now it's not looking good in Sony's. It's not looking good for Sony. It makes Sony look like the bad guy. Regardless of the actual situation, regardless of if the tables were turned, Microsoft was doing it, it would seem the same way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that it's because it's Sony. I'm saying because of the circumstances and everybody's kind of being part of the team, they're all kind of coming together to create this cross-play ecosystem, and Sony's like, nah, son. So what happens when another company, whether it's Microsoft or whoever, knocks Sony off the pedestal? Oh, boom, you're not the king anymore. Pap, right off, bye-bye. Now what's Sony gonna be like? Oh, let's do cross-play again? Nah, get the fuck out of here, man. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, but I kind of agree with him on the fact that, like, I always tell you that I think Microsoft is, like, passive-aggressive, and, like, I do think that they're trying to leech off of the other two guys. Like, they're coming in there, and they're saying, oh, we're gamers, we're friendly, we just want everybody to have fun or whatever. And I think they do want to use, especially Sony and Nintendo a little bit. Like, they just want to use their popularity to get Microsoft back in that place where they were with the 360.
How does that work though?
I do see them doing that. It does feel like that to me.
But how would that work?
I mean, that doesn't disqualify the fact that Sony is making dumb moves and they sucked at E3.
Right.
I'm not taking that back.
That's what I mean. Like, I'm not hearing no Sony fanboys out there be like, yay, Sony won. No, I mean they didn't. They did exactly the same thing they did last year.
Yep.
And the problem with this has been a problem for years, and it now has caught up to them because I think because they probably didn't have any trailers or anything to show 2 or 3 years from now. So they were caught in a kind of a lull. So they're like, oh, they blew the.
Microsoft did the same thing as well. Like they just showed trailers, but where they did something different was they actually had games that I'm like, hey, I think I actually want to play that game. Like that Sea of Thieves, it like kind of saved them at E3 and some other stuff they were showing at the show, the zombie game and the what was the other game, the card game and that thing with the bear and all that stuff. Like just those games just felt like you wanted to play those games. But I was pissed at everyone that was just sitting there showing trailers because I want, like I said, I always want E3 to have, if you don't have any hardware demos, at least have like some game demos, like have somebody come out explain what's going on in the game, what the new mechanics are. Like that's always been my kind of E3, and I felt like Ubisoft did that a little bit. EA did that, even though people were like crapping on that girl that came off of Star Wars. I thought she did great. I don't know, it was entertaining to me. I didn't have a problem with it.
Yeah, I don't know.
And who was the other person? Nintendo. They did the most game demonstrations with their treehouse and all that stuff. So that's why all those companies won for me. And the others were like, what the heck? Because they just showed us trailers.
Yeah, that's a problem. And that's kind of like, you look at last year's 2016 E3 and you're like, okay, yeah, Sony won because they showed all these cool games, right? All trailers. And they did the same thing this year. But, Microsoft, they had hardware. Nintendo has new hardware, new games. Everybody got something new. Sony had a new hardware last October, but nobody cares. No one cares about the PS4 Pro. No one cares about the PS4 Pro. And then you look at the Xbox One X, and everybody's like, hey, all right, there's more interest. And people are saying, oh, it's probably gonna sell about the same. I think it might sell a little more, but not crazy numbers, right? I know I'm gonna buy one. I know a lot of people who will buy one. People who don't have PCs will buy it. Anyway, back to chat because I want to make sure I get everybody. GZ says they trademark Shadow of the Colossus to get paid too. What's the big deal? The big deal is that they're trademarking. Like, say if your mom's name is Lorraine, and they're like, you know what, Sony, we're gonna trademark the name Lorraine. So every time she writes her name on the check or she writes her name, she has to pay Sony. That's basically what they did. They said, we want Let's Play, let's go get it. And everybody was like, and they smacked them. So smack, get out of here. Smack, smack. Just like Rick James did. And, they tried it twice. It didn't work. And I'm looking at this as a company. It's like, how come nobody is like looking at Sony like with crooked eyes? Like, yo, what are y'all doing right now? Like, how you gonna just try to, this is the community, this is the gaming community that they're trying to get over on and try to be like, yo, give us more money instead of like making their services better. Instead of giving us more PlayStation stuff, like what they're doing right now, right? Which is bad. Which is why I like Phil Spencer. Phil Spencer sat there and said, games are moving in a games as a service industry, basically, and he's right. Not discounting single player games because I love them, and he wasn't either. But he's just saying there's something happening right now, and if you don't get along with it, you're gonna be kind of lacking in that arena. Sony doesn't have any type of game. Sony doesn't have an online multiplayer games as a service game. All they have is single player games. Single player. Look at all the games.
Yeah, but if you look at the gamers, that's mostly what they play. Everybody's looking for single player. Like when I'm on Steam and whenever a multiplayer game comes out, everybody's always crying. Is there a story mode? Can I play this by myself? Like gamers love to play games by themselves. A lot of gamers still haven't come into the fold of like multiplayer and playing games with their friends and stuff like that. Like they all want to just play single player.
That's not true.
Rich Group came out. They were like, "Can I play this by myself?"
No. So, but here's the thing, though.
I think they're onto something there. They know gamers just, they're kind of loners. So
no, there's a
like we've had online video games since 2002, and it still hasn't grown as big as it should be by now. Not counting like whatever esports and all that stuff. I'm talking about like just the basic community, like people in online whatever that online chat is just like falling apart. Like nobody uses it anymore. Nobody wants to use it. Everybody's either doing the party thing. I don't know. Just gamers are like antisocial. They just have
nah. You're generalizing. You're generalizing because you look at the top. No, look at the top games. Look at the top games on Steam. Look at the top games being played everywhere. It's not freaking The Last of Us. Nobody's playing that anymore. It's done, right?
It's not on Steam. Last of Us is not on Steam, is it?
I'm not talking about Steam. I'm just saying, like, a single player game on anything is not going to be in the top 5. It's going to be League of Legends, Dota, PUBG. That's 3 right there. Probably Rocket League, Minecraft. I could probably fill up 10 multiplayer games across all the platforms that all the people are playing before you get to a single player game. Single player games are good and they come out and they're hot, but they don't last. They don't last for years. You can't play The Last of Us. You can't play God of War for 2 years. That's not how that works. And that's what these companies are seeing. That's why
we've seen so many multiplayer games. They have a strong community. That first couple of months that it's out, or like a year, and then after that, it's like people just fall off and stop playing. That happens so much with that's why multiplayer is cheaper than than a game with a single player. Or they always have to do that because they know at some point it's gonna drop off.
No, but that's where the games as a service it's not a new thing, but it's something that's evolving into something. So it's a multiplayer game, but it's not just multiplayer game. There it goes. Oh, we'll give you some maps. That's it. No, they keep adding on. They keep like Overwatch. Overwatch is a game. It's a multiplayer game as a service. You buy it, right? You got it. You play it. You play it. Oh, It's Easter. You're gonna get Easter boxes for your. Oh, okay. Let me get some box. You know, and then they add some stuff. They add some here. They take some stuff away. Say, oh, that mode was whack. We're gonna switch it out with this mode. They keep working on it for years and years, and people keep playing it for years and years. That doesn't happen with single player games. Period. And that's the problem with the approach that Sony's doing. Now, Sony, if they would do both, which would be smart, I'd be like, all right, cool. They're doing it both. They could say, yeah, single player games is dope, but we're doing the other thing too. They're not even trying. They're like, nope, we're letting. They're gonna let everybody else do that. Meanwhile, Microsoft's scooping up PUBG for some exclusivity. I don't know if it's gonna be totally exclusive, but they got some kind of exclusivity, maybe a year or whatever. That's the hottest game on PC right now. It's not gonna be on the PlayStation. They are losing. They're losing their grip on the top spot because they're sleeping. They're sleeping on the industry. They're sleeping on what players want. And I'm sitting back and I'm looking at it. I'm like, yo, what are they doing? I don't want them to fail because Sony failing is going to hurt the industry. And I don't want the industry to hurt because, you know, you love it. I love it. Everybody in chat loves it. We love video games. We don't want them to go away. So I don't want them to fail. But I think they need to wake up. You know what I'm saying? I think they need to adjust and do some things to be a better company, you know, for everybody, for themselves and for everybody. Right now they're very competitive, but in a almost bad way, in a you know, not a nice way. You know, every time I don't ever like sit down and hear like Sean Layden talking how Phil Spencer talks. I never hear Mark Cerny talk regular because he's weird. I never heard Andrew House kind of sit down and talk like, yeah, oh yeah, this is what we need, yeah, gamers, and yeah, the industry is great, and blah, blah, blah. They're just like, yeah, we're the best, look at how many we sold, blah, blah, blah. Nope, you can't, we're not going to do that, sorry, because we're number one. And then GZ will say, well, yeah, why would they do that? Because, you know, they're leading, and I understand that, but it's not a good look for them. Anyway, going back to the chat real quick, Ted Cluss said, oh, I'm sorry. Jeezy said, it needs to be a neutral party that does it. Why don't both companies use Steam to manage the infrastructure? So it's cross-play between Sony, Microsoft, and PC. Yeah. That's a pretty, But I don't know how it would work cross-play now. Like cross-play between... I know crossplay between Switch and Xbox. You have to have an Xbox Live account in order for it to work with Xbox. So that's gonna be weird. If you have a Switch, you're gonna be logging into Xbox Live on your Switch. But as far as PC, yeah, I don't know what side that stuff works. So yeah, that's a good point, GG. I don't know about that stuff. So, but I mean, yeah, that's a good point. You know, if we get more information on that, then we can go into that more. But I still think if Nintendo's doing it, Sony should do it. Period. Because the excuse they gave is BS, and that's all I'm saying. They need to come clean with it. Don't give me no Sesame Street. We don't want Elmo. Well, Elmo. We don't want the little kids to get hurt and molested by creepers out there. Like, no, that's not why you did it. So tell us the truth, because Nintendo's doing it, and they're more protective than anybody in the industry right now. So yeah, you can't play that card. Tyclaw says, what do you think about the Beyond Good and Evil 2 trailer? Are you hyped? Are you okay with the amount of F-bombs? Ha. Yeah, I don't mind cursing. I heard some people like, oh, the cursing is horrible. It's the worst thing I ever saw. Like, yeah, whatever. Go back to church, boy, or whatever. I forgot who said it. I was fine. I like the British monkey dude. He was funny. Or he was on the line of being annoying, but not enough to be annoying. He was like, oh, he's kind of like he might be a caricature of a character from Attack the Block or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
that's why I was like a little worried when I saw that, because I'm like, I hope they don't get no heat for that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Like, bro, you know
I love that.
Stereotype and all that stuff. So I'm just like, chill out. You don't wanna go there. I know you're a French dude.
Yeah.
But we got rules over here.
Yeah. They should have made him they should have made him an albino
When I
monkey.
heard that, I was cringing. I felt like I was watching that PC press conference again.
I didn't even see that.
I was about to hide under my chair. And then I was like, alright, everything seems to be alright. We going through, it's almost been a week and nobody said anything. So
Yeah, it's not. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. I think people are more like, yeah, this is never gonna come out because they had a trailer. They had like 2 trailers. Well, they had 1 trailer a couple years ago, and yeah, nothing.
Or maybe they're just ignorant to racial sensibilities.
They are French, so yeah, it is possible. I think that was that racist. What I just said, I don't know.
No, I don't think. I always go by the intention. The intention, I don't think, was to be racist or anything like that. I was just surprised.
Yeah.
I was just worried that that somebody might take it that way.
Yeah. No, it fit. I mean,
his intention definitely wasn't. Yeah. It's a stupid video game. Who cares?
Yeah, it was cool.
That's my thing. But I was just saying.
Yeah, it's like the pig. Are fat people gonna be offended by the pig who's eating and slobbering and stuff? No, it's quiet. Yeah, it looks. I mean, the whole thing about good Beyond Good and Evil 2 is that I like the world that they presented as far as the gameplay and all that stuff. I mean, it's not gonna look that good, obviously, because that's not game nothing. That's a CG rendered by Blur or something.
I spoke to somebody that played it. They played a little bit. They said they had a demo where you fly a ship in the game.
Okay.
They said it looked pretty good.
Oh, see, yeah. If it looks good, it looks good. But yeah, I'm like, okay, I'll be down for some of that. I'd be interested to see where they take it.
Whether they make it a prequel, like I'm tired. Like
it is a prequel.
The only people that are getting away with a prequel right now is Assassin's Creed. I want to play that Assassin's Creed prequel game, but I just don't get the prequels. Why not just do part 2, continue the story?
I think the prequel makes sense. Well, actually, it doesn't matter. But I think they want to set up a little bit of history of Jade's lineage because I think that's her mom that they show at the end with the green eyes. I think that might be her mom or something like that, or grandma. Who knows? So it doesn't actually matter because it could be her daughter. You know what I mean, or whatever. I mean, it doesn't even have to be on Earth. I don't know where it takes place. So, who knows? But it's not enough. I don't think it's enough out there for us to say either or. But I am interested. So we'll see how that shakes out. Doomplex says because Sony and MS both want control. It's a presentation.
I just
close platform.
I just want them to do cross-platform for at least a month, so I can find Xbox players and just mangle them in Rocket League.
Yeah, I mean that's
any other game.
That's kind of.
I want to have that battle.
That's
me and my PlayStation peeps against those Xbox.
Exactly. That's part of uniting the kind of the gaming industry, like on the consumer side, right? So like what you just said, instead of all these fanboys talking blah blah blah, Sony's this and blah blah blah, Microsoft's that, right? Yeah, just let's go play some games, right? And regardless of who wins or loses, because you're gonna have losers and wins on both sides, it's gonna be like a wash. It's not gonna be like, oh, Sony's you're gonna win more because the controller's better or whatever. It's like it's just gonna be even because that's how good players fall on both sides. But it makes us. It kind of unites us more. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just you're playing games. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta stop saying. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So it just it's asinine to kind of halt any progress in the industry, and the reasons they're giving are asinine because they're bullshit. I'm just saying they So I don't want to really hear anything else about that because it just makes me angry because Phil Spencer and like the higher ups at Nintendo felt it. Hey, let's do this. And if that makes it stronger for Nintendo and Microsoft, and then Sony loses out, how is that good? Is Sony using their brains? Are they looking to the future and saying, is this a smart move for us? Should we do this or shouldn't we do this? Or are they just sitting there, nah, we're not gonna do it because we're in the lead, and they just want to do it so they can catch up? You know what? Maybe there's a little truth in that. Maybe it's like, oh, my one friend has an Xbox, everybody else has PlayStation, and he can't play with us, so he's got to buy a PlayStation. Maybe that's the scenario that they're looking at. But on the other hand, you can say, if your system is good enough, then he will buy one regardless. Not just because he doesn't have one and all his friends have one. If it's good enough for him to want to buy one, because his friends, and I want to play those games anyway, so I'm gonna buy it. It's like an extra, So it doesn't make a compelling product first, which they have, but other compelling products come out, so you got to stay on your game on those levels too. So it's not just about having the best hardware or the most units sold. It's about having the best infrastructure, services, experience. And if you can't play Minecraft on the PS4 Pro with your friend, fiance, family members who have Switches, you're losing out. Your whole family's losing out because Uncle Joey can't play with us because he has a PS4 and he's a graphics whore or whatever. He's a pony, whatever.
They definitely should have allowed the cross-platform play.
Yeah.
But, maybe, who knows, they may change their tune later on, because the fact that they do get scared really quickly when they start to upset some of the fans. Like, I think if some of the fans start speaking out and tell them that it's a dumb idea, they might make some changes.
Yeah. Apologies, Pace and everybody that's in chat. Kaijudo's audio sounds the way it does because I have him on speakerphone. So don't get mad at him, get mad at me. Anyway.
Yeah, and if he got mad at never mind, you didn't say that.
Stop it.
I want to be on my best behavior.
No, but
we ain't going there, don't worry about it.
No, but you guys make me laugh though because it's kind of funny. Let's see. Tiger Class says Esgee is also the world of In the Young and Evil is filled with furries. Of course, Tiger Claus would go there because he's a furry himself. He's a furry in the closet. I'm not gonna fix this sound. I can't do it because I had him before. I had him on the TV speakers, but I can't do that because I have a feedback loop, so I can't do that. So I have to, I got him on this.
Yeah, don't listen.
I'm just.
He just likes to be a little.
I know. But Zappy says, I guess it's working here. There's 60 million PS4 sold. Yeah, I think they're. They didn't drop a price on the Pro, so they're not gonna sell any more of those.
Well, it just came out. How can they drop?
It just came out in October. It's closing in on a year. Just came out. Come on, man. It's been out, and they just got to 1 million recently. So they're not selling well. But anyway, that's not the argument. What we were talking about was, the stuff that Sony's doing right now, which
the
is.
Pro came out in last November.
Last October. It was October.
Yeah, that's recent, man.
12th.
We're still in spring. That's like fall.
It's summertime. What are you kidding me? It's summertime. It's hot.
It's not official yet.
It's hot, man. It's hot.
But it's always summer in Florida, so.
That's right. It's hot. It minus this 4 days away. Come on, son. It's hot. Anyway, no, 3 days. Anyway, hey, Nocturne. Thanks for showing up. Anybody else? I'm trying to see. Dupe. Oh man, hold up. I gotta click and drag over here real quick. Boom. Hey, Road Cape 39181. Thank you for showing up. I don't know what that stuff means, so I'm not gonna read it. But yeah, thanks for showing up. Hook it up with a follow, click it or something, or tell your friend, tell your mama, tell your cousin, tell everybody to click the follow because I need more followers. Dude, I got so many followers on Mixer. It's just today I got like 5. I was like, oh snap, I got 5. I was so happy. Anyway, back to E3, back to the aftermath, back to the tears that will be falling soon. I mean, it's like the signs are apparent. It's like the apocalypse is coming for Sony, and they're doing everything wrong right now.
I mean, you're gonna have to like remind me of the games that they showed because I don't know what's supposed to be coming out this year and next year, but I was interested in their VR stuff. Like they showed way too many trailers I couldn't keep up. But if any of that stuff is coming out this year, there's no apocalypse unless all that stuff is like next spring or something. If they just showed us a bunch of trailers for games that ain't gonna even come out this year, then we got problems.
Yeah, well,
some of that stuff's coming out this year, isn't it?
You're getting, I think, two games that are first party at least. So, God of War is next year. Spider-Man is next year.
I have no interest in that game.
Well,
Regardless, so.
Oh, you don't want God of War?
I'm not even counting the days for that game. I've only played one. I played one of the God of Wars on like, they gave it to me for free or something. I can't remember what. I've never been into those games, so it means nothing to me.
Yeah, I think
And I have like one on the Vita or something.
Yeah.
So I got one.
Oh yeah, like Ghost of Sparta or some shit.
Somehow I seem to get God of War games without even buying them.
Yeah.
Come upon them.
Gran Turismo Sport, that's coming out this year. And another game that I can't remember.
That's the VR. Yeah, but they're already saying that game doesn't feel like it's a racing game. It's more like you're just joyriding in your car. There was like that. There's a game out right now, Third, which is in VR. And one of the VR channels that I watched, the guy's like, that's the game you're gonna want to play if you want to get that racing in VR feeling. He's like, don't even bother with Gran Turismo. So I don't know what they're doing with that.
Well, I think that Forza is eating their lunch. Forza Horizon 3 is hot, still fun to play, and the Forza 7 was looking crazy. And the thing about Forza 7, like Forza 6, I was like, it's okay, right? It's a little sterile, it's a little stiff. So what they did in Forza 7, which I noticed, I haven't heard anyone say anything about this, but I've noticed it because I pay attention to it because I do videography and stuff, and I pay attention to camera movements. So if you watch the third person camera, outside car camera, right behind the car, it feels like it's like almost like a drone following it, or if it's attached to a tether or something. So like the wind and stuff will kind of shake it a little bit. It's kind of the environment's kind of affecting the camera with a little bit of shake, and it's giving it a little bit more visceral, a little bit more of a visceral feel, a little bit more of a realistic feel, like is an actual camera following the car rather than just a computer camera following a computer car on a computer track. So in that respect, I was like, yo, that makes the game look way better, first of all, because it doesn't look sterile, doesn't look stiff, it feels more real. That's like the main thing that I saw. Besides 4K and all that, 60 frames and all that stuff, and I was like, yeah, it looks good, of course, because it's freaking 4K, but true 4K. But that alone is one of the things that that little tweak, and also the whole customize your driver, put the stuff, and then they have the in cockpit, the little things on the cars, like the windshield wiper will vibrate if you're going real fast, the wind and stuff, and the inside you got wires and stuff, that stuff will vibrate. So it's little touches that just draw you in a little bit more. So I'm probably gonna buy it. I'm probably gonna buy it only as like a showpiece, even though I don't enjoy those games as much as Horizon, because Horizon is just open world fun arcade time. But I can get into Forza proper because it's a little more serious, or it's a little more how do you say, it's whatever, it's disciplined, I guess, where it's like, you go to the races, then you get to the next, and then the races, then again get to the next class, go to you just go through the motions. It's a racing game. What I don't know what Gran Turismo Sport has to offer that you can't get better in these two Forza games that are coming out. Though one's out, one's coming out. So I'm looking at Gran Turismo Sport. Nah, yeah, that's gonna make the game worse. Every time I hear people talking to what is that noise? What is that noise? What is that noise? Oh my gosh! Hold up. 1 second. There we go. Woo! Like, what the hell's going on? Alright, so every time I hear VR, right? Every time I hear somebody talk about VR, I hear you talk about VR, like, oh, it's great, right? And then another person, oh, it's awesome. And I agree, it is, because it's like it's a next level for gamers who want the craziness, right?
I wouldn't even call it next level. It's just another
right.
Another way to play.
It's another level.
Like I told you before, like VR isn't going to replace my PlayStation 4 or any other game system. I still prefer to play my games over TV, 2D, 3D, whatever. But VR is like a whole other experience in itself that It's not
But
a replacement. It's not the next generation or anything. But I do have something funny to tell you after you make your comment.
right, so
Something to say about earlier.
every time you say yeah it's cool, you praise it, and other people have too. I hear the other side. I hear the other people saying, "Oh my gosh, it's like 480p. It's horrible. I keep throwing up. I can't play it more than this and that and the third." And then I always remind myself. I look at Drive Club, regular, and then I look at Drive Club VR. Digital Foundry did a side by side. I believe they did a side by side. It looked horrible in VR, and I'm like, yo, I can't. Nope. That's not PlayStation 4 right there. That's PlayStation 3. That's what that looks like. They took like shadows are gone, less flat vegetation. It looked horrible. I'm not exaggerating. It looked bad. If that game came out and it looked like that and it wasn't VR, they would get laughed out of the business. Whoever made that game, but VR is not, like I always said. VR is not ready. People still don't know what to do with it. But we can move on because that's that. Like you said, it's
they know exactly what to do with it. VR
no,
is ready.
No, it's
and
not.
people are doing their stuff. All right, I'm not gonna keep going back and forth with that. But what I want to tell you was, remember I told you a while back, a couple of shows ago, I told you that it would be cool. I was like, the only time I think VR will replace the systems is if they decided to do a VR game where you're like sitting in your living room and you have like a virtual system and you're playing your game off of your virtual TV. And somebody made that game. They made like a duck hunt game with that, and like you have to blow on the cartridge and everything. It says Nintendo Entertainment System or virtual Nintendo Entertainment System. You put the cartridge inside of it and you play duck hunt, and all this crazy stuff happens while you're playing duck hunt.
That's more.
That game is out there.
That's more of a AR or MR type of game, not VR.
No, it is VR. It's totally VR. It's like you're in a virtual space.
I understand what you're saying.
It's not like you're sitting there in your actual living room and you're looking at. No, it's like you're in a VR living room, and you have like I think they say you have like a VR mom in there like making you cookies or something while you're playing the game. So yeah, it's all VR.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, stuff like that is cool. But yeah, I mean, when I say it's not ready, I'm not talking about the actual games. They'll find a way to make the games, but it's the actual hardware is not ready. That's what I'm saying. So
it's pretty much ready.
Nah.
They've already. They have a hack now where you can play the PlayStation VR on your PC. You don't even use. Well, one of the big problems with the one of the issues that people have with the PlayStation VR is like the camera and the drifting and all that stuff. And this program might get rid of all of that because you don't even use the camera with the VR. Like you're using the gyroscope inside the headset to look around and move around. You don't have to hook your PlayStation camera up.
Yeah, that's not gonna work that well. They have to redesign that headset.
They're doing it.
They have to redesign.
Look it up for yourself.
No, I know they're doing it, but I'm just saying
it
that.
has some issues, but it's not the issue you're talking about. It's some other crap, something about the size of the screen or something. But there's no real like drift.
But it's ready. All of these problems, but it's ready. Come on.
No, but I mean, this is just a hack that somebody made in their house. I mean, this isn't like.
And you're still wired up, man. It needs to be wireless, and it needs to be less a camera. And they're getting it. The first step is coming, but whatever. It'll be years. I'll give it 5 years. I'd give it the next generation. When the next generation of consoles, quote unquote, PS5 and Xbox X2, the double X, whatever it's called, comes out, then I'll say VR. If it's wireless, will probably be right. Once it's wireless, then I will start looking at VR more seriously. But if there's a wire on it, you just get the step in, because I ain't tripping over stuff, clotheslining people in my house. Nope. So I missed a lot of stuff. They're talking about Crackdown 3. Yeah, I mean, if you look at, I think for this year and next year, Sony has some intriguing first-party games. I'll give it to them. I'm not gonna say, oh, their first-party games are garbage. Nah, Spider-Man looks like the best game that's gonna be out for the PlayStation 4 for a minute. I think Spider-Man's gonna eat everybody's lunch because Insomniac knows how to make a good game. And I think the guys from Insomniac were on Giant Bomb or something. You know how they do the after E3 stuff. And they were saying, we were thinking about Spider-Man when we were making Sunset Overdrive, all the movement and stuff. I was like, oh, okay. So So all y'all people talking shit about Sunset Overdrive, guess what? There's a little bit of Sunset DNA all up in your Spider-Man. So hey, if you're gonna hate on it, you can hate on it, but that's what you get. Except, I don't know. It's a lot of.
Yeah, I should have before you went into that. I should have said right off the bat that the Spider-Man game didn't impress me. So, so the fact that that Sunset Overdrive DNA makes it sound even worse to me because I wasn't impressed by it. It reminds me, my favorite game was Spider-Man 2 on the first Xbox.
Yeah.
Like, this is just Spider-Man 2 in 4K.
Well, I mean, I think.
Big time events and
yeah.
Getting around in the city. I mean, it's fun and everything, but
I think.
After a while, it starts to get repetitive after you like take out your 100th criminal by fly kicking them in the face.
Yeah.
And tying them to a
that's exact. That's kind of the thing. Like, I mean. Like, if you're playing for hours and hours and hours, how many of those animations are kind of canned? You know what I'm saying? How many of it is, you know, how dynamic is it? I don't know if it is that, because I remember playing Sunset Overdrive, and it was really a lot of it was rinse and repeat. But the fun of that game is the traversal, and the boss battles were actually really good. So
yeah, the best way for them to go next level with a Spider-Man game or any superhero game, this is what's gonna save them. You gotta have it to where you can be what the superhero is when they're not the superhero. Like, I want to walk around in the world. It's Peter Parker. You know, you're doing stupid little sim games or whatever. You're doing a shopping sim game where you go into school or something, and then while you're doing that, stuff goes down, and then you gotta turn into Spider-Man and do your thing. Like, you gotta have
it might be alright.
It's two different games inside the one game to go to the next level with that, because you can't just keep making a game where you're just Spider-Man 24/7, flipping around doing stuff. Because it's only gonna appeal to like the comic book geeks.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I'm not too sure what they'll do, but we'll see. Okay, I gotta get.
That's what they gotta do. That's the only option I think for them. What other option would you think?
I don't know. Based on what they have made, whether it's Ratchet and Clank, Sunset Overdrive, there's no other type of campaign. It's just missions. It's just different people in the world give you missions to do. That's what their games are. So if you expect some Last of Us storytelling with Peter Parker and Aunt May and all that, I don't know if they're gonna be in it because they don't make those games. So.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about like a story. I'm just talking about you're just walking around as Peter Parker. You know,
right.
You're walking around as Peter Parker. You're doing everyday normal stuff in the game, joking around, and then all of a sudden you see like a movie take place. So then you gotta become Spider-Man and then go and do that stuff.
All right, GZ says if the X sells 500,000 copies a month for 4 years, and Sony sells one console, Microsoft will still be 6 million consoles behind. When do you start blaming Phil for not having a strong overseas presence for the console? America cannot close the gap alone. Oh well, they're launching worldwide on November 7th. So that was one of the main problems of the Xbox One launch in 2013 is that they didn't launch.
Remember his whole thing with
yeah.
He got Mojang. He went all the way to
Stockholm. Yeah. But I mean, he in 2013 they didn't launch worldwide. They launched in 12 countries. Meanwhile, Sony's launching in 36. You know, they more than double the places. And so, you know, Microsoft slowly built it up. But I'm like, yo, that was a dumb thing to do. But now they're doing it. You know, they're correcting. You know, like what Sony should do. Everything they did wrong in 2013 is what they're not doing this time in 2017. They're doing the exact nope, we messed up. We're not doing that again. So I got faith in Microsoft. Microsoft's gonna do well with it because I'm sitting here, right? I'm like $4.99. I know before I said if it's over $3.99, I'm not gonna buy it. Blah blah blah. If it's $4.49, I'll buy it maybe. $4.99, nah, maybe not. But I'm sitting there and I'm looking at it and I'm like, I mean, I have a PC here with an RX 480, and I can do 4K, kinda, sorta, on my PC. But I don't have a 4K PC. I don't have a 4K monitor for my PC. I have a 4K television for my Xbox. I'm not gonna put my PC in my living room. And that is the scenario for many people, you know. And even if you have families and you have a beefy computer and you're the dad and you got children and stuff and pets, you're not gonna put your juicy nice PC in the living room next to your 4K TV. No, you're gonna be like, I'm gonna buy this box and throw it in the entertainment center and be boop boop done. So there's a market for it. Even though it is $4.99, I still think that it's not high enough that it's like no way. You know what I'm saying? Now, a lot of people are like, yeah, I'm gonna buy it. Yeah, I'm gonna buy it. Or yeah, I might wait or whatever. But like people like me who are like on the fence, kind of, will, if you have a 4K TV and you're on the fence, you're probably gonna buy it. You know what I mean? But if you don't have a 4K TV, you're not gonna get it. You're gonna wait until you get a 4K. But once you get a 4K TV, you're gonna be like, I need some stuff to put on this 4K TV, because that's what happened, right? I got my 4K TV hooked up to, we have DirecTV. I was like, right? And I switched everything. I was like, oh, okay. And the 1080p on 4K looked okay. I was like, oh, that's not bad for just upscaling. And then I watched some YouTube stuff, 4K. I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty. We don't have a Netflix 4K, so I didn't do that. But everything looks pretty good 4K. Not even like super 4K, not even 4K UHD. So it's the upgrade is there, whether it's the system and the technology to go 4K is there. It's right in front of us. And whether you want to admit it or not, if you like video games and graphics or graphics, you're gonna get a 4K TV. Eventually you will get a 4K TV. There won't be any 1080p TVs in existence for you to buy, because 4K is taking over like that. Like if you go to a store, there might be 2 out of the 50 or 60 brands of TV or different TVs out there that are actually 720p. They don't make 720p TVs anymore. Not really. So you might find 1 or 2 like, oh, that's a 720p, really? And it's 100? Nah, so everything's 1080p right now. Same thing's gonna happen to 4K, so it's just a matter of time. Anyway, moving back to the chat, because I have been ignoring you guys. So Pace, wait, let me go back and see if GZ said anything.
The chat ignores the shows anyway, so.
I know, but they've been talking about some stuff we've been talking about. GZ says 10 million easy, USA and Europe. Forza is not a sim racer when you can rewind time and do a portion of the race over and over. It is a sim. You just got to turn that stuff off. GZ. It's about options. You know, something you don't have on a PlayStation. I understand you're not used to having options.
Yeah, a lot of options.
No, you don't.
Come on, man.
Oh, you can't play crossplay. No options. Oh, you can't have true 4K. No options.
You got plenty of options.
Nah, plenty of options not to have stuff, because they take them. They say, "Hey, you don't want this," and like, "Oh, well, guess that's my option to not have it, because you don't want to give it to us." Thanks, Sony. Appreciate it. All right. Crackdown 3 looks good. Crackdown Terra Cruise. Carry a treasure chest isn't fun. Oh yeah, it's Sea Thieves. I was like, yeah, that's kind of dumb. GZ says only one person can play Terra Cruise. Whatever. Yeah, Terra Cruise is supposed to be in that game. I think he spoiled that. It was pretty funny. This is the other day. Billy okay, yay. Pace. Alright, let me get to the Pace says. Oh, he put the exclusives on here. Okay, let me read these. PS4 exclusives, Crash Bandicoot. Come on, don't even put that on there. That's the most horrible game. Oh my god, Crash. First of all, Pace, Crash Bandicoot is not an exclusive. Huh?
Back in the PlayStation days, I never liked Crash. That was always, I hate platformers to begin with, but that was one of the worst platformers I ever played because it has such a bad camera. I don't know if they fixed it in the way the crashes, but that first Crash, camera sucked. It was nothing like Mario, because I never had a N64, so I wanted something I was going to play like that Mario game they have on N64.
True.
So that's the reason why I got Crash. I'm like, alright, this is as close I'm going to get to Mario 64. I played it, I'm like, no. This camera is not what they have in 64. This is crap.
Rude, your dude Rishu. Hey, thank you for showing up in Twitch. I appreciate ya. Go to go to Mixer and follow me there. We got Twitch. I'm just playing. Follow me on Twitch too. I don't care. Alright, so Crash Bandicoot is not an exclusive. Take that one off. Days Gone, yeah, sure. Death Stranding, not coming out anytime soon. Detroit Become Human, not coming out anytime soon. Uncharted Lost Legacy, that's the other game that's coming out this year. Is that coming out this year or next year? I don't remember.
I don't know.
Everybody's Golf, okay, who cares? Final Fantasy VII Remake, not coming out anytime soon. God of War, next year. Gran Turismo Sport, that's the one. Knack 2 I think is the other one that's coming out this year. Knack 2. Knack 2! Last of Us Part 2, not coming out anytime soon. Ni no Kuni 2, not coming out anytime soon. Well, actually, that might come out. Shadow of the Colossus. Shenmue 3. Okay, that's a Spider-Man. Yeah, okay, so half of those games aren't coming out for 3 years. Half of them are hot garbage. Ni no Kuni, I think, is not going to be as good as the first one. Shadow of the Colossus, you played it already. It's just prettier. Final Fantasy Remake, same thing, except they've changed the fighting mechanic on there. So that might be, the fighting system is a little different. I think it's closer to 15, so that might be better. No, okay, it'll be better than the original, but still the same. Everybody's Golf, nobody's Golf, nobody cares. Detroit Become Human, it's gonna be a hot piece of garbage. You seen that trailer where they're like, we gotta save our friends, they're in the store. It's interesting, but it's gonna be disappointing. I'm telling you. Every game that David Cage has made, every game has been disappointment on some level. Even his first game, Fahrenheit, I was like, oh, this is dope, this is cool. I got to the third act, and then I started flying around like the Matrix and aliens and stuff. I was like, okay, this is dumb now. This is the stupidest game I ever played, and it was just dumb. It was good up until the point. And there's always the thing. Sub-Z says, Shadow of the Colossus, what a effing waste. Why not make new ones? Why not make Shadow of the Colossus 2? That's a good point, Sub-Z. Why are they wasting their time on a remake? Why don't they make the sequel? That would be hot. I don't want to...
Oh, they're probably doing a remake because the stupid fans, they cry to me for that stuff. That's the main reason why Xbox is putting the original Xbox games on their system.
No, that's different. That's backwards compatibility. They are remaking.
I'm just saying it's the same thing.
It's not the same. You're talking about.
They're gonna play the same old games.
It's not the same. Look, what they're doing, they're making a brand new game that is the old game. They're making Shadow of the Colossus with new models and new environments.
I think the main reason why they're doing that is just because people like that the original one. So
Make a sequel. Make a sequel that's like this first one that has the similar mechanics. Improve upon them because that's what you do when you make games now. It's like, oh, that's a game that used to be the old game, but now this game's better because it's 2017. So let's make a better game.
If they make a sequel, those same gamers are gonna be like, oh, they messed this up, they messed that up. Like they're never satisfied with it. So your best bet as a company want to make money and the fans just doing the same crap they've been asking for.
Nah, they're making mistakes.
I think just giving the people what they want.
Nah, they're making mistakes, man. If they have the power to make a new game, which they are doing, basically a remake, they need to make a new. Is it that hard to make a Shadow of the Colossus story? I mean, you can make it similar. Maybe throw a twist in here. It's just the mechanics are there. Just put a decent story around there. It's just and comparing it to backwards compatibility is not right because that's the whole argument that Sony was like, oh, these games are gonna crack. Why would anybody buy them? It was like, well, it's for a couple of reasons. I mean, if I never played Shadow of the Colossus. I played like a demo of it once. I was like, okay, that's cool. The horse is cool, but like if I had a PS4 and stuff, and I would buy it because I never played it before. But if I played the first one and then I played the remaster, I'd be like, I played this 2 times already. I gotta buy it again, Sony? Really? Come on, man. It's almost insulting how they just slap the, hey, we want your money in your face, because it's like, we're too lazy to actually make a new game, so we're kind of doing a half step, just like the PS4 Pro. It's a half step. It's half of a good system. Maybe the PS5 will be better. Who knows? Won't come out for another 3 years anyway, so who knows? Pay says, I haven't been ignoring the show. I've been ignoring Kaijudo, and it's terrible sound quality. He's good. Funny. Pay says, stop hating. What? Let's wait to see the Metacritic scores. No, you're right. You're right. I mean, I don't know if the Metacritic scores will be super dope or whatever, but I don't think that you know, it'll probably be good. It'll probably score well if there's nothing wrong with it. If there's something wrong with the mechanics or whatever, then you know, Shadow of the Colossus could go kick rocks, because you know, it's if it's bad, it's bad. Doesn't matter how pretty it is. So you know, there's always that. And I don't even know who's making it. I'm sure Ueda's not making it. It's got to be somebody else, right? Because Ueda just spent his lifeblood making Last Guardian, and people are like, it's alright. It's okay. I mean, he did amazing things with the AI, with Trico or whatever. And GZ mentioned Lawbreakers. Oh yeah, Lawbreakers. But that's coming to Xbox. It's just, you know, he's waiting for the whatchamacallit. He's waiting for the X. Cliffy's waiting for the X. So since it's not coming out for a couple of months, he's gonna probably just port the PC version over, and then it'll come out, and that'll be that. Why aren't you showing up on my thing, Derek and Judo? So I'm trying to get you. My bad. Hold up. I know we dropped the call, but let me see here. But anyway, Spaces, 4K TV, Shenmue 3. I don't know, but I have, as much as I love Yu Suzuki, I have little faith in Shenmue 3. Yeah, they needed to really redo a lot of that character design, because the character designs in Shenmue are tough. Not the best. Yu Suzuki. I mean, Ryu Suzuki, I think is his name. Was horrible. His voice acting. I hope they used the same voice actor, the same stilted voice. Hi, oh, what's the girl's name? I was about to say Kitsune. That's not her name. Kiyomi Nome. Hi. Your mic cut off. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Dropped the call. Sorry. Let me make sure my. I got power, so. If you want to call back, you can, but you don't have to. You don't have to. You just listen in and stuff. But I appreciate you calling in and hanging out, get you, most def. So let's get to the meat and potato, the nitty gritties. I mean, you look at Sony, what they're doing right now, right? Is it, as a PlayStation fan, is it satisfactory? Is it up to your expectations? As Sony, as the leader, the hardware sales leader, is it up to your expectations how they're acting, what they're saying, what they're giving to you? And then you look at the Xbox side. Are they doing the things that they need to do to keep you or give you the faith, or to, you know what I'm saying, to give you confidence in what they're doing in the future, as far as like Xbox X, Xbox One X? You're like, okay, that's a good move. Yeah, it's $499, but that's future proofing. That console is going to be good for, I would say, at least 2 years after it launches, because it's got 12 gigs of GDDR5. You know what I'm saying? Like, the graphics card industry on the PC side, I don't know if they're ready to have every card with 12 gigs of RAM. Well, right now they have 8. So, and the Xbox One X is using 9 for its graphics stuff, for its graphics power. You know what I mean? So are they going to go 9 on the graphics card side, or are they going to go 10, or are they going to go 12? You know, so that's something else to think about. How what Xbox is doing, what Microsoft is doing in the console space is actually affecting the PC side as well, because they're doing things that aren't conventional on the PC side, and they're making people who are, you know, companies who are making these PCs, these components, like, wait a second, if we put Vulkan and DirectX 12 and what's the other one? OpenGL? Is that the other one? If we put all these things inside of the actual chips on our graphics cards, I don't know if they do now, so, you know, I don't know if Microsoft was the first one to do that or not, but if they don't, and Microsoft is the first one to do that, and it changes the industry in a way where PC graphics cards now have these systems on the die as far as the APIs for the graphics cards, then that's changing video game. That's changing video games on a level that Sony has never. Yeah, Sony's really they're not proactive a lot of the times. They play it safe. They're playing it safe. They have a lead. They're selling. They're doing good. I'm not gonna say they're doing well, because as a whole, Sony's in. I don't want to say they're in trouble, but if PlayStation falters, Sony's in trouble because PlayStation is holding Sony up. PlayStation is the big, strong dude holding up the door while everybody else is running through before it collapses and crushes them. That was Pro, by the way, if you want to know. They're talking about PC and stuff. Sub-Z says, what does he say? I think games look way better on a 1080p TV since the original Xbox is underpowered. That's not. Is that true? Do you have a 4K TV there, Sub-Z? You should, right? Because I have a 4K TV and I'm playing my Xbox on a 4K TV and it looks good because the TV, TV upscales the 1080p signal. And I don't even have the best 4K television, and that's the funny thing. I'm like, wait, I don't even have the best 4K, and it still looks pretty good. So, I don't know. Subsea says, I actually have a 40-inch 4K monitor. I could have hooked it up if I wanted to. You should hook it up because it looks good. It looks pretty good. I have a 49-inch television, so it's a little bigger. So yours, actually, it would look better on yours because you're 40-inch, so you have a greater pixel density. So it will look way better on yours. So yeah, try it. Put your Xbox on it. Try it out. It's definitely worth a try, because if you look close, like, oh yeah, I can see it's 1080p. But if you like play Forza Horizon 3 on a 4K screen, I got the original Xbox day one, and it looked pretty good. I'm like, yo, this is all right. I was playing Phantom Dust. I was like, all right. I mean, that's an old game too, but it still looks crispy. Subsea says, I agree. Once you get past 1440p, you get to the point of diminishing returns. Yeah, I'd rather have more polys. True. I don't know. I think it depends on the game. Because a lot of games now, they do the rendering technique where everything close up to certain distances, good stuff, and then they drop down the polygon count as you go further into the horizon. If you look at Forza Horizon 3, does that all along, but it's a open world game, so all open world games do that. Subsea says, I have a 70-inch 1080p and a 40-inch 4K. Yeah, I tell you what, hook up your Xbox to the 40-inch 4K, and then check that out, because there's definitely a difference. It's a little bit of like you said, diminishing your turns, sure, but it's also you can tell the difference. It's pretty good. Although Blu-rays, I will warn you, Blu-rays don't look as good bumped up to 4K. Anyway, in my experience, we only watched the Harry Potter, the Fantastic Beasts, and Blu-ray on a 4K. But it's not a 4. It's just regular Blu-ray, and I was like, you see, it's like, yeah, it's alright. It's the difference from watching it. It's like watching a DVD and the Blu-ray, basically. It's like, okay, the Blu-ray makes it look better, but nah, it's still, I mean, it's not that bad, but you can tell it's not crispy like 4K. You know what I mean? So don't put a Blu-ray because you'll be like, ugh, you're like, this is horrible. But yeah, so ask yourself, as a fan of whichever side, are you happy with what your team is doing? And if you're not, then there's a problem. And I think there's a lot of unhappy PlayStation fans out there right now because of what Sony did at E3. Now, what's going to happen right now is that Sony's going to be really quiet. This is what they do the best, right? If Microsoft's doing this, Microsoft's doing that, and they got to really not. The only thing that they have are numbers, and if they start losing those numbers, What else do they have to say? Oh, our VR is awesome. No. Oh, our PS4 Pro is really powerful. No. All they have is exclusives and their unit sales. Everything else about PlayStation and the ecosystem and everything is like not as good as system wise. Xbox One X better in every way. More powerful, faster. Everything about the Xbox One X is better than the PlayStation 4. Everything. But PlayStation has those exclusives. That's their golden ticket. That's their get out of jail free card right there. If they mess up in any way with any of those, they're gonna start to decline fast. They're gonna be like, oh, Sony messes up again. Let me go to the X and give me some 4K-ness for real. You know, I mean, oh no. Get projected, no way. Subsea says, I want it. I can't just delay Sony. I can just delay Sony because nothing is coming out till next year. Xbox One X this year all the way. That's what Subsea said. And you know, that's kind of an issue. With Sony not having those games like Spider-Man. I think Spider-Man is going to do really well for Sony. But that's not this year. So they don't have that game to be like, yo, PlayStation. It's not now. So Xbox is going to be like, boom. Every third party is better over here. Battlefront, better. Call of Duty, better. Anthem, I didn't even get to Anthem yet. Now I know I talked about it last week. But it's really about Bungie. And it's also about how, whether it's the deal they made with Sony or not, that the Xbox One X won't see any performance gains because of Bungie. They are not giving them the power. The system is powerful enough to do 4K 60 on games. Checkerboard 4K 60 on games, especially something like Destiny, and that's fine. You know, you go 1440p up to whatever 2160, fine, do that checkerboard. And I looked at the checkerboard and they zoomed in Digital Foundry. I'm like, okay, I can see it. It's not as bad as some of Sony stuff. Like I was watching Days Gone. Days Gone is so much checkerboard on Days Gone. You just look at it on. I was just watching it on the 10. I was watching it on my 4K, but I think it was a 1080. I think it was a 1080. I don't think it was 4K. But anyway, I could see. You can see the checkerboard. You can see the checkerboarding if you look at the edges. You know how the edges used to have jaggies, right? Checkerboarding is a different species of jaggies. It's literally like little teeth, like zipper teeth. You know that you in your zipper. It's like it's like a little castle. That's what checkerboarding. That's the effect that you get when you see a hard edge and the contrast. Like if it's white on black, you're gonna see the and you zoom out and it just looks kind of fuzzy, like you're wearing a felt leather jacket or something. So that's gonna be something that gamers are gonna have to get used to, just like jaggies. And when you're like, oh man, that's checkerboarded, boo. You know, it's gonna be something. It's gonna be equivalent. It is equivalent to jaggies, basically. Not as bad because of the anti-aliasing and stuff, but still not great. But I mean, that being said, games like Anthem, who use checkerboarding, it's a Destiny killer. It's a Destiny killer, and it's 4K. I don't know if it's gonna be 30 frames a second, but I think they're gonna open it up. You know, EA's got they got skills with that stuff with the Frostbite, so I think they're gonna give us some good stuff with that. But Destiny is like, look, if Destiny would, I saw them playing the PC version of Destiny, right? 4K, 60 frames a second. I was like, that's the game that's Destiny. If it were that I would want to play a game named Destiny, and that would be the version. I don't want to play the 30 frames a second. I don't care what resolution it is. 60 frames, son. I saw the PC version. I was like, what is Bungie doing? First of all, they're holding back all the good content for the PlayStation, and I'm like, okay, even the PC, even the PC doesn't get it. I'm like, PC is going to be the best version out there, and yet they're still not going to give it to them. They're not going to give you the goods. They're messing up. Bungie's messing up like Sony's messing up. And if I felt it, like when they had that interview with, I think it was IGN, right? And they were talking about, oh, it's 60 frames, like, and then they said, oh, why isn't it 60 frames a second on the PS4 Pro? I was like, oh, because we have such complex physics equations, so many sparkly droopy droops bouncing around, and we can't do it. And my name's Luke Smith, and we can't do it because just too many physics things happening. And I'm like, really? Oh, okay. That sounds weird, fishy even, and it's only 30 frames per second, huh? So you guys, here's the problem. Here's the problem with how Bungie is approaching this on console. They are sacrificing frame rate for resolution. Everybody who is a serious shooter person fan would rather have frame rate over resolution. So you're making a first-person game, first-person shooter. Why don't you prioritize frame rate over resolution? Why don't you have dynamic resolution and keep the frame rate at 60 like Microsoft does? Or do both. Have dynamic resolution and have dynamic frame rate. That's something that was new that I saw. And I was like, oh, okay, that's weird. GZ, those two games are both open world games. So 4K 30, yeah, because they're open world. Bungie is making Destiny, not an open world game. Should be 60. Halo 5 was 60 frames per second. If Halo 5 could do 60 frames per second on an Xbox One, OG Xbox One, and the PS4 Pro can't, something's wrong. Something's wrong where Sony can't do their thing. Something's wrong where Bungie sucks at being developers. That's all I'm saying. Oh, they can make a nice 30-minute loop. They got that gameplay loop down, right? Because all it is freaking Halo with a freaking graphic swap. That's all it is. I was watching it, right? I saw the ship come in, and then the things came out, and the dude fell out. Halo. It's exactly Halo. I was like, this is some, you know what? I'm going to just play Halo. Because you know what? 60 frames per second. Bungie is tripping. They're losing their mind, and they're going to lose a lot of customers. I'm just saying. Because, like, say you want to play 60 frames per second, you can't get all the good stuff because it's on the PS4. Well, how you gonna attract me? I was like, yo, Destiny's kind of whack. Ain't got no story. Oh, now they kind of put a story in. Okay. Is it 60 frames per second? No. Why not? It's the PS4 Pro. It's the most powerful console right now. Why can't they do 60 frames with dynamic resolution? Oh, because there's a mandate on the PS4 Pro that it has to be this and that and checkerboard. But oh, okay, that's why. You know, the mandate. You have cutscenes, then it shows the other screen, then fighting game. Okay. Subsy says, GZ, in my opinion, they should all be 1440p 60. Yeah, look, do dynamic resolution because there's a PS4. I forget what game it is. That's PS4 Pro. I think it does dynamic resolution. Dude, that's an option. You know, because not everybody wants the resolution. But if you do dynamic 4K, that's what it was. That's what dynamic 4K means. If y'all didn't know, dynamic 4K is dynamic resolution 4K. So it will go from, I don't know what the bottom is. Maybe it's 1800p up to 4K, or maybe it's 1440p to 2160. But whatever, it's just like what a Halo does. I think it does. Maybe it does 720 to 1080, or maybe 900 to 1080 to maintain 60. That's what every PS4 Pro game should be doing. Dynamic 4K. Now they're saying dynamic 4K. I'm like, well, Bungie's not doing it. Why not? Can they not do it in their engine? That's Bungie's problem. And guess who's attached to the Bungie problem? Sony and the PlayStation. They made this deal not realizing that Bungie's a bunch of knuckleheads that have a horrible engine that they can barely iterate. I heard them, oh, we did some work on the engine, now it's better to iterate now. I'm like, yeah, okay. It ain't like, you know, it ain't like, yeah, you still spending hours doing that, you know what I'm saying? So they trying to whatever. Oh, GZ quit. I'm sorry, GZ. I liked you when you were talking. Oh, it's 8:30. It's 8:34. Oh, I don't need that. Okay. I'm sorry. Let me read some more of this because the XB ones can't do that rezo. Plus the Marvel characters will die. Witcher 3 is getting a 4K 60 patch. Yeah, for the Xbox One, not for the PlayStation. The PlayStation can't do 4K 60 because it's too weak. Would you pay $10 for a 4K 60 patch? No, because they're gonna be free. Then don't you listen to? Well, you quit. Don't you listen to Phil Spencer and Phil We Trust? He said, "Hey, it's gonna be 30, but there's more than 30. But he could only say 30 because that's what he knew. But he knew there were more, but he couldn't be, you know." He doesn't want to blow up the spot like how Sony be like talking shit and be like, oh, never mind. Subsea says 4K takes a lot of dang horsepower. A waste to me. 1440 would look sick and run very smooth. Yeah, I'm saying if you do 1440 dynamic to 10 to 4K, yep, that's the middle ground. But Subsea says I have a 6.5 T-flop PC and I can't carry 4K 60 and everything. Watch Dogs 2 is like 45. Witcher 3 is about 45. Yeah. I don't even try to do 60. I'm like, you know, if I hit 4K, I'm like, I'm hoping I'm 30. I hope. I think I was playing Forza Apex. I think it was at 60, 4K 6, 4K 30, I believe. It's not worth the trouble. Well, I mean, this is the first steps into 4K 60 territory, you know. But now we know that we can get 60 frames though. Here's the thing. We know we can get 60 frames. We know we can get 1080p 60 frames. We know we can do 1440p 60 frames. So why is everybody, you know, mandating the 4K? And, you know, Sony's stuck in a hard spot because their system ain't even strong enough to do that. They're barely hanging on. And they're not even a year in and they're barely hanging on. So how long is the freaking PS4 Pro actually going to be around when they're only selling 1 out of 5, 20%? You know, that's nothing. And if Pactor's like, yeah, I think the Xbox X will sell about the same. Yeah, I'm like, how? What? Really? I think it's gonna sell more because first of all, worldwide release, yeah, and then every hardcore Xbox dude is gonna buy one, right? So that's at least 10. I say in the first couple of, like the first from November 7th to the end of the year. 3, 4, 5 million, 4 million, 4, let's say 4, 3.5, 3.5 million in that holiday season from November 7th to December 31st. 3.5 million. That's what I'm gonna say. Maybe more, maybe a little less. They definitely get 1 million in, you know, whatever, a week or whatever it is. So, but anyway, but. Going back to Anthem versus Destiny. Anthem is just so... Anthem is a game. I mean, it's a Destiny killer. I've heard that being said many times by many different people in the internet, who influencers, if you will. And I've heard... Michael Pachter said, Anthem is the game I wish Destiny was. I thought Destiny was going to be Anthem, but Anthem is what Destiny should have been. Vice versa. And I'm like, that's bad for Destiny. Especially in the light that we're looking at Destiny 2, and it doesn't look like Destiny 2. It looks like what they had said before, Destiny's going to be a 10-year game. This looks like an expansion, honestly. Destiny 2 is literally an expansion. They should have called it Destiny... the tower fall or something, because I think they blew up the tower. Is that what it's called? A tower down tower crash, something. You know, this is an expansion. If you take the World of Warcraft model, this is an expansion. This is a $40 expansion. They could have sold a $40 expansion called Destiny Tower crashing down, gravity, tower fall, whatever. And they would have said Jello Sun. Yeah, I said that right. Jello Sun. Hello, that's Mixer. There's Twitch. Hey, thanks for showing up. Appreciate you. Certainly do. Talking about Destiny versus Anthem. Anthem kills it. Them graphics though, that open world though. If that's an open world, well, first of all, it's the Frostbite engine ain't no joke, yo. EA is not playing. Frostbite looks good on everything. Battlefield, oh my god. Battlefront, I'm like, yo, as dumb as Battlefront is, because it's like, it's kind of whack Star Wars plain Jane. It looks good. All they gotta do is make a game. Cause that engine is crazy. So I'm looking at Anthem, and I'm like, yo, for real? This is playing on the Xbox One X for real? Then everybody's, oh, it's checkerboard. Like, I don't care, cause that looks tight, son. Oh man, I had a lot of drop frames in Twitch. 92. Tub Z says Anthem has possibilities. Looks amazing. 4-player instead of 3-player parties. We have to see if they have BS like Destiny, like playing the same level over and over again, not getting anything for it, getting epic gems, and they give you crap with the crap Archie, cry Arch. Oh, that damn light system. God, Destiny was great for 20 hours. After that, garbage. 20 hours is more than you get from live games that you play. Gerald Sun says, I enjoy podcasts, so I'll stay. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. New Final Fantasy seems legit. What, 15 or 7? Because 15's getting a 4K patch, so I actually might buy it for the X when it comes out. When the X comes out, I'll get a little cheap version of the... That's a cool thing about what's happening, right? So the X comes out in November, but all these games are getting patches, right? So I got a lot of games, right? I have some of the games like Gears of War and all that stuff. So I have those games and get a patch. But games I don't have, like Final Fantasy 15, is getting a patch too. So I'm like, yo, man, I'll get that super graphics, and it'd be dope, maybe. But hey, I might buy Final Fantasy 15 because of the Xbox One X. And that's what's gonna happen. You're gonna see an increase in older games because of that. And that's the same thing that happens with backwards compatibility. When they do that, boom, Black Ops 2 backwards compatible. Boom, it's on the freaking charts, the NPD charts. Come on, son. That's a last generation game, and it's back on NPD. How many of Sony's games does that? None. If Sony would do backwards compatibility on parity with Xbox, that game would have got more. But guess what? Sony be sleeping. Sony be tripping. Jello Sun says, I wish they made a new portable game. Oh, Final Fantasy? You could just get Monster Hunter, I guess. Well, that new Monster Hunter look kind of rough. But that, I'm not into Monster Hunter, so. But, yeah, it's Anthem looks good from what they showed. Anthem looks good from what they showed. So I'm gonna be optimistically waiting for that. It's an alternative to Destiny that I'll already look at and say that looks like more fun than what Destiny is. Because all Destiny is, as far as fun wise, is because you're playing with people. You're playing with people, and whenever you play with friends, whatever, it's fun. But I think the shooting still might be better in Destiny, but the overall experience, open world, yada yada, better in Anthem. I'm not saying that the shooting in Anthem is going to be horrible or bad. I'm just saying Bungie got it locked down when it comes to the shooting in that 30-minute loop. But that's all it got. That's what Destiny is. It's that loop with a whole bunch of little, trinkets attached to it. So if you want to break it down like that. What Anthem is, we don't know. If it's a huge open world, if it's that valley that opens up into like maybe a crater and some other stuff, and it's a big-ish open world, I'm down to clown. I'm down to clown. The hype would be real for portable games. Jello Sun says. Yeah, I guess. I'm still waiting to get a 3DS XL because I still have it. I haven't opened it. The Sega 3D Classics collection because of Power Drift and Galaxy Force 2. So I haven't even opened it yet. I'm waiting to get me a 3DS XL. And I'm glad Nintendo said recently that they're still supporting the 3DS and all that stuff. So I'm like, cool. So worst comes to worst, I'll have to buy 2DS, but the new 2DS. But I want to get the 3DS because that's cool. But yeah, as far as that handheld stuff goes, Switch, nah, I'm not into that. I mean, Nintendo makes good games, but I'm not into the. I wish they would make a home console box. Use the same cartridges, just a box, and you make it look like a little Super Nintendo or something. Put the little cartridge on the top. Click. That'd be dope, man. It doesn't even have, cause look, you look at the Switch, right? The Switch isn't that big, right? So it doesn't. The actual console itself doesn't have to be that big. You take off the screen, it's maybe it's that big, and they could probably shrink it down. Come on, son. That'd be. I would spend $199 on a Nintendo Switch that was just a console that you plug into the TV. No screen on it, no Joy-Cons, no nothing. Just the box with a cartridge slot in it, and so you get some controllers. You can buy the Pro controller later, whatever. Or use your Joy-Cons, whatever you want to do. I would buy that. Because Breath of the Wild looks tight. Mario Odyssey looks kind of tight too. They got some games that are like, yo, that's alright. But they faking the front. They faking the funk. Oh, the nasty dunk. And I'm not getting into that. I'm not getting it. Because I know I'll drop that. I'll drop that real quick. I'm surprised I haven't killed my phone since I killed it the first time. Pokemon and the new Life is Strange game is what I'm excited for. Yeah, Life is Strange is cool. That's coming on the Xbox. You can get it for the Xbox, Jello, son. Come on, son, Jello. Stun, I'm sorry. Jello Stun. Jello's ton. But yeah, I don't know what I think right now what's happening in the industry is good because Microsoft is pushing things forward for as far as hardwares and how hardwares are iterated on and how systems are implemented and how hardware is made. I saw the teardown for the Xbox One X and I was like, yo, there's no space and they crammed that thing super tight. I'm like, yo, I hope there ain't no heating problems with that because that thing is crazy. It's crazy what they did with that. And I hope Sony takes some notes. I'm pretty sure they will because that's what they do. Jello is fine. Oh, okay, Jello. Jello's time. I know Jello's fine. I think Bridget doesn't like Jello because she's a vegetarian, and Jello has beef juice in it or something. Gelatin, which is beef fat juice. So good, especially peach. But yeah. So, in closing, the it's always exciting to have new hardware. Even though I'm kind of like not really into the Switch per se, like I said, I would rather have a home console in a Switch version. Hopefully they'll do that in the future. I don't see why they wouldn't. I don't see why they couldn't. They could. Anyway, but it's exciting. It's exciting now, even though Sony doesn't really have a new hardware out. That's a bad thing to say, and that's a bad thing to think. But people are thinking that because the PS4 Pro wasn't really a super, it wasn't a hit. It wasn't a crazy runaway success, like the PS4, when it first launched. And that's a problem. So that's a problem for Sony right now. But what Xbox is doing, what Nintendo's doing, they're diversifying that portfolio of hardware. They're making it better for everybody out there in video games. And it's making PCs better too, because they're looking at that like, oh snap, we gotta step up our game, son. Boom, So it's win-win when it comes to that. What Sony did with the PS4 Pro is not win-win. It's a stopgap which is half-hearted, and it's not helping them at all. When the price is right, the system's not right. The system's not good enough. You know, if they made a better system on the caliber of the Xbox One X and charged $499, I would be like, all right, cool, because now, that's a better system. Even though the Pro is better, it's not as good. It's not as good. It's not worth the jump. It's not worth the leap. People trying to say Xbox One X isn't worth the leap either, but they're wrong. Jello's Ton says, like a game sphere for all Universal games. Nah, we don't have one. That's a PC. We don't need to do that. I think game consoles are unique in that they're specific, and the developers can code to it specifically and get the most out of it. They can get way more out of a console than they can a PC, and that's why consoles are important and why they will probably stay around for a long time. But yeah, I don't and I don't mind when Microsoft is making this move where it is closer to or akin to PCs, as far as, well, the hardware is already, because AMD is all over that stuff, but using the vapor chamber cooling, that's really just for servers and high-end graphics cards and stuff. Using what else did they use? Well, I mean, the way that they have their data stream and pipeline, and there's like no bottlenecks in the Xbox One X, really, as opposed to the PS4 Pro. Depending on the engine that's used. If you use DirectX as far as the graphics API, then it'll be better as far as no bottlenecks. But if you use something else, then you might have some issues. So, and that's where I guess EA. Well, I don't know. I'd have to see. I'm talking about booty right now, but yeah. But I got nothing else as far as this goes. I mean, hey, it's gonna be another week. It's gonna be another week for Sony to mess up something drastically, because that's it seems to be the trend now. Sony's talking stupid and doing stupid things, and the press and the media and the public are starting to get wise to what they're doing, and it's not a good look for Sony. So they better enjoy their lead while they can. That lead is important because it's helping them buffer all this BS that's happening right now. Sub-Z says, I think Sea of Thieves and Crackdown 3 are going to be more fun than Destiny 2. Battlefront 2 coming too. That's plenty of multiplayer. Yeah, I think Sea of Thieves is going to surprise us, because they keep adding, like they added a little treasure hunt thing, like, oh, okay, that's cool. Little sharks, like, oh, all right, that's all right. One thing about Crackdown, though, first Crackdown was cool, but had no real story. I hope that they really go in and do stories and characters that I care, like good bad guys. Give me a nice, evil 7 bad guys, like, some Ninja Scroll stuff where it's like, oh snap, this anime is like a freaking boss rush, son. Give me that inside of the Crackdown world. I'll be happy, man. Give these characters personality. Let's do this, man. That's all that was missing from the first Crackdown. So, give me that with the Crackdown sandbox, and we're good to go. But what are your thoughts on Ubisoft? Oh, I didn't even talk about Ubisoft. I totally forgot about Ubisoft. I think Ubisoft is making moves. Assassin's Creed didn't really impress me that much, because I was looking at it, I was like, yeah, that's like a it's like an old gen game that they moved over to the new gen console. That's what it feels like, because you look at it, it's like, it's alright. But that Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battles Shooty whatever it's called, dude. Subsea said Esgee can be on Ted and I's team. We need a fourth now. For Sea of Thieves? No doubt. I'm there. I am there like swimwear. I'm there like fake horsehair. I'm there like Friday the 13th scare. I'm there like hairy legs nair. I'm there like Double Dare, Mark Summers. I'm there like Care Bears. I'm there like Buddha swears. Buddha never swears. I'm there. Yes, count me on it. Count me in it and on it. And you know what? I'll probably be playing on my Xbox One regular, cause I think that's coming out before the X, right? If I'm not mistaken. Pay says, so people prefer their games single player with an engaging story like The Last of Us. No, I do. So I take it. Yeah, I'm in. I do, but I also enjoy a good romp with my fellows Ted and Sub Z, and whoever else the fourth is gonna be. I don't know who else is gonna be there. Norma, maybe, or well, yeah. Oh, Nocturne says that Mario Rabbit crossover is so strange, but looks pretty cool. Yeah, it's whatchamacallit crossover. XCOM. It looked crazy, right? I'm like, oh, stop. Because the thing, when I saw it, the first time I saw it, I watched Giant Bomb reactions to it, and it was priceless. Giant Bomb has been doing it right for so long. It's ridiculous. I don't know why you would go anywhere else. Seriously, I'm not even trying. I ain't got no affiliation with CBS, Giant Bomb, none of them fools. But when I look, like, I watch the Giant Bomb stuff, it feels personal and it feels genuine. I like these guys, right? And then I watch IGN, I'm like, and they're like, well, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, God, so generically video game press, you know? Doesn't feel, that's the one thing about Giant Bomb. That's why, Starfield, we'll talk about that in a second. That's the one thing about Giant Bomb. Like, when Ryan passed away, I was like, oh, man. Because Ryan was the most, like, this dude is your friend. You don't know him, you never met him, but he's your friend, for real. He felt like my friend. I listened to the podcast, they were like, yo, Ryan, you crazy, Ryan. You know what I'm saying? He was great. You know, rest in peace. But that lineage still lives on with the rest of the guys. Not like they're emulating Ryan, they're just their own people. And I guess that's why it worked in the first place, you know. And I was literally, when I heard that he passed away, I was like, oh man, I was kind of like sad and stuff. I was like, damn, man, I felt like I lost a friend. And I didn't know him, but you know, it's just, it sucked. But that's the difference between a Giant Bomb, whatever video game, whether it's whatchamacallit, what do they call their videos? Not a, because IGN has IGN First or whatever it's called. Giant Bombs is a quick play. No, I can't remember. But anyway, they play the game for, you know, half an hour, however long they feel like playing it, basically. And you know, you play and they talk about it and say, okay, that's cool. But when you watch, I listen to their podcast, they go through the stuff, or I watch the after the E3 stuff, the Giant Bomb stuff. Nobody's better, because they got people. They got Phil Spencer. They got freaking not Ed Freeze, Mortal Kombat dude. I totally forgot his name. Wow, I just listened to that one too. They got everybody on there. I'm like, what is they having fun? They had these one people on there. It was so hilarious. They were cracking up. It was Griffin from Polygon. It's a whole bunch of people. They would crack it. It was funny, and that's rare. Like when you listen to IGN stuff, it's not really funny. Some of it is funny because, you know, Brian Altano, he's pretty funny. Max Go, he's kind of funny. But the rest of them, not really that funny. I like Marty Sleever too. He's funny. But Giant Bomb just got it. They got it. You know what I'm saying? I hate talking about them. You know, allgames.com, go there. But but you know, that's the difference. So that's where I saw this Mario Rabbids crossover first with them. Their reaction was priceless. I said, okay, because it was like, wait, what? Wait, this is not happening. What's going on? It was so funny. I was like, okay, this is good. It's kind of like, yeah, if you're in a room with friends, this is what will happen, and they did it perfectly. It was great, and that was a live reaction. They were watching live, so it was cool. Jello says, any theories on Starfield? I guess Starfield's gonna be just a futuristic in space Skyrim / Fallout, one of those games. So same structure, just spaceships, planets. I don't know how they're gonna do that. Yeah, it's weird. But I'm interested. Anything Bethesda does open world, I'm interested. I don't like Fallout because of the setting, Skyrim, I'm cool with, but I'm kind of done with that. So Starfield, if that's the next step, future spaceships, open world, yeah, give me open universe, whatever they call it, open galaxy. Galaxy's big enough, I think. And honestly, Jello says, I honestly think that it is the new title for the new Skyrim. Possibly. Would that be? No, I don't want that to be a Skyrim. Keep coming because okay. Bridge is sending me little snuggy messages. All right, snuggly. Subsidy says I love single player. It is just my console. It is just my console's collecting dust between those games. Yeah, that's the issue with the PlayStation. Pay says, Subsidy, my Xbox One is collecting dust. That's because you're a fan. I was about to call you a pony, but you're not. You're not a real pony. Subsidy says, I was playing Ori last night, then getting my looties in Injustice 2. Quick look, thank you, Pace. Quick look, I swear, my brain doesn't work ever. But yeah, Giant Bomb's Quick Look. That's when they go play a game for half an hour, 2 hours, however long they feel like it. And that's what's cool about it. Anyway, I think that's about it. I don't really have that much more. I mean, there's a lot to kind of get into. If you want to talk about the last night, I know I spoke on it last week. I don't really know what it's about, but Dad, look, if you want to just go conference for conference, Microsoft did way better than Sony. Sony disappointed. A lot of people are disappointed. Pace, were you disappointed in the PlayStation conference? Like, be honest. I mean, that's a question I should have asked GZ before he left, but I mean, that's a question that needs to be kind of sparsed, whatever words. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of an indication, right? Like when 2013 happened, right, and Microsoft was tripping over their own feet and making mistakes after mistake after mistake. The first mistake was an indication, right? I mean, hindsight, of course, but the first mistake was whatever. Then it kept going, and then they have to backtrack, blah blah blah. Right now, Sony's making their first mistakes. Pace says, yes, I was disappointed with E3 as a whole this year. I don't know if I agree with that totally. I mean, I think because Sony's was so lackluster that it brought everything down, because the expectation was, you're the leader, come with it. Show us why you're the leader, and they showed us exactly why they're not exact. They're the leader, technically speaking, but their message, what they showed, is maybe an indication of things to come. Meaning, I mean, game chat, sure, but they're not putting effort in their conference. Like, what are you doing? You're in the lead. You need to keep your lead. It's not like you just coast and like, oh, they can't touch us. You can't. The world today is so weird with social media and all these things, and that's what Jim Ryan's getting caught up in right now, is the social media aspect of the internet and video games and such. So when you say something stupid, everybody. Even I said, oh, Verge called this dude stupid. Why? And I read the article. I was like, okay, yeah, I agree. Is it harsh, hostile, and stupid? Is it harsh what they said? I don't know. It's hard to say, because what they're doing is kind of hostile and stupid. Even for their own well-being or their own self-interest, it is kind of dumb. It's a bad look for them as far as public relations go. And that's the worst thing you want to do is mess up with the public. Then they'll be like, screw them. And then people start bouncing. That's why I have an Xbox in 2013. And they're making mistakes like they did. They're making Xbox mistakes. 2013 Xbox, that's what they're doing right now. Which is fine. Because Xbox will swoop in and fill the void that would be left by a failing PlayStation nation. Possibly. Microsoft didn't sell me on X. Sony didn't show anything new. Well, yeah, I can see that. When that price came up, I was like, oh man, I was like, man, they could have killed it if it was like $3.99. They would have, everybody would have bought one. They would have won the whole video games. But then I'm like, but it's kind of hard to do what they're doing for $3.99. So I'm like, alright, you know, I can't even buy a PC for $4.99 with those specs. So I can't. How can you complain? You know, try to build a PC with the specs of the PlayStation 4 Pro. You spending way more than $3.99. The cheapest PC is probably $3.49. It's a hot piece of garbage, not even close to anything the PS4 Pro could do. So, you know, if you look at it in that respect, it's the same difference. It's just more. You're getting a better system, and you're gonna pay more for it. That's how it is. Duplex says, I can't even find time between single player games to play multi. Pace says, as a gamer, there's more games to look forward to on the PS4 than the X. Also, I have the Xbox One, so I have no need for the X yet. But if I ever upgrade my TV, I'll be getting the X unless Sony has a better 4K box on the market. Oh yeah, that makes sense. That's why I don't call you a pony, because you are logical. You are logical in your ways of thinking and such. Sorry, I'm watching the tournament this during R9, but I already know. Let's see if he thinks about anything. Esgee, sorry. This PG punk dude has got a PG. Oh, you watching wrestling? It's all good, man. I'm past my time anyway. So once 9 o'clock hits, y'all can talk about wrestling, whatever you want. It's all good. I'm not that much of a tyrant when it comes to that type of stuff. You guys talk what you want. Nocturne says, I hope Punk wins because Rashid is kind of boring. Just like the PS4 Pro. I'm just kidding. PS4 Pro's not boring. It's just weak. It's weird saying that. PS4 Pro weak compared to da. But anyway, I'm out of gas. I got nothing else to say, really. I really didn't have anything written down to talk about. I was just like a couple of points that I had memorized, and that's oh, I got scared for a second. But yeah, I mean, thanks for showing up, everybody. Jello and Twitch, appreciate you, really do. Everybody in what do you call it? Mixer, appreciate you. Rogue Cape, Rogue Cape. Gaudy Cleric 74764. Thank you for following. I appreciate it. I'm gonna follow you back because that's what I do. He's probably not even in the chat anymore. Dual Plague, Nocturne, Pace, GZ. Wait, not anymore. Tiger Claw, Sub-Z. All you guys in chat, I appreciate the dialogue. Shout out to Kaijudo for calling in. Hopefully I'm getting this sound thing better situated. I know there's a little bit of sound on Twitch. On Mixer, but I'm working on it. But yeah, I have no outro song because I have too many streams going and I don't know where to play stuff. Yay! Oh, in YouTube. I forgot about YouTube. I didn't even open up a chat for YouTube. That's how much I care about YouTube. I'm like, oh, screw it. I think I should just do actual videos on YouTube and kill all the stream stuff. I think I'm gonna purge it. That's the word I was looking for before. Purge it. Or parse. Same thing. Not same thing. Parses. Anyway. But yeah. Remember, go to allgames.com. Hit that Amazon banner if you want to buy some stuff. It hooks up all games. And I like to hook up all games. Also, if you haven't followed me already on mixer.com/SG, do that because I want more followers. I got a bunch of followers today. I was kind of happy. I was like, oh, snap, this is cool. It felt good. I'm over 20 now. I think I got 23. I started off, I think I had 16 or something today, and I was like, boom, boom, boom. I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel special. I know I am special, like Yellow Bus special. Bridget tells me all the time. Actually, I tell her that. I'm like, oh, you're so special. Like, Yellow Bus special. It's a joke. I used to ride a little yellow bus. That's only because we moved in the middle of the year, okay? And that's the only bus that would pick us up. I'm still spreading though. But yeah, so yeah, man, follow me on Mixer. I want to get my numbers up. I'm on the road to 50. And once I hit 50, then I'll be on road to other stuff. But once I hit 50, I'll be like, cool. because I have to get to 750 to become a partner. Which I guess I can make that goal. I'll try to make that. But I'm trying to get all these streams coordinated, and then I want to actually start doing the music stuff as far as streaming that. Because right now I'm just working in my studio, and I have the stream going on in the background. But I'm trying to make moves to make it better. As far as the Patreon goes, I'm not too keen on that quite yet, because they don't have time to actually give you something for something. I'm not gonna do extra episodes or anything. I'm just gonna make songs that you can use for your videos and stuff for free. Royalty free songs for y'all. That's gonna be my Patreon basically. So, and that'll be like I don't know, $1, $2 or something, maybe $2. $2 a month. You get to track a month. That's a lot. A dollar. Maybe I'll start with $1. I'll see. I don't know. I haven't figured anything out yet. But and I gotta fix this camera. It's all jitter jattery. I don't like that. But I'm gonna click out. I'm gonna click out to the main scene. Hey girl, how you doing? She's sleeping. I do it over here too. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all hanging out with a bruv. Sorry. Appreciate y'all hanging out. And that's about it. Video games forever, y'all. For real, for real. Enjoy the rest of your night. I'm going to go play some Xbox, so I'm going to jump back on Mixer. It's going to be mixer.com/SG if you want to watch me play some games. I think we're going to play some Watch Dogs, because that was free on Xbox One. So, and I've been playing it. I'm like, you know what? This game ain't bad. It's like Watch Dogs 2, except not as rainbowy and cheery. But it's basically the same game. But yeah, Watch Dogs 2 is better because it's a happier game. But yeah, the first one was not bad. So I might be playing Watch Dogs. I might be playing some more Phantom Dust. I was playing a little bit of that last night too, and I got to a point where I was like, I don't know what else to do. That game is like, this is like 3 boards that you run around. I'm like, this is not big at all. Subseason's Watch Dogs was better than people rated it. Yeah, it seems like the second one, except the characters aren't as appealing, you know? But I like the Asian dude, and Aiden Pierce ain't so bad. He's a little rough, but I put a red jacket on him. He's like, you got a red jacket on now. Looks like Dante from Devil May Cry. It's alright. Second one did cool stuff, but also had some disappointment. Yeah, they don't have the drones in the first one, do you? I don't think so. I think that's one thing. You don't have the drones, and then the remote control cars. Other than that, it's just kind of the same. I was stealing people's money and stuff. I haven't got it yet. I just did the thing. I gotta go to the ATM and get the money. But yeah, it's alright. It's cool. MXT is correct. Scott ripped off my style of phone call. Anyway, I'm reading Canva. Jeez. Sub-Z says, Watch Dogs 1, the characters match the subject matter. If you go shoot up a bunch of people, you're not gonna be all party time like the people in the second one. Yeah, I guess, yeah. I don't think I've killed anybody yet. I've just been, not lethal. Yeah, I haven't shot anybody yet. But anyway, appreciate y'all. Sub-Z. Ted. I know Ted's not here. Hecht. Sorry. Everybody. I'm out. I didn't even record the audio. It doesn't matter. But yeah, I'm going to talk to y'all later. Let me disconnect the all games. Bye, all games. Peace out, all games. And I'm going to close that. Boop. Yeah, I did that. Alright, and who's next? Twitch. Twitch. Appreciate y'all. Tag Claw. Big up. All y'all on Twitch. Jellostone. Appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. And stuff. See you next week. And you. Mixer. Sorry. And you, Mixer. With your blue and purple and white. How dare you be the last? How dare the camera act the dumbest on Mixer? I hate it. I don't know. I gotta figure out a new Skype call solution too. Cause Oh, I guess I could just plug it into my mixer. Yeah, I'll do that again. Anyway, appreciate y'all on mixer. Like I said, I'll be streaming on. What you call it? Streaming on Xbox on mixer. Be playing something. Maybe some pit people. All right, y'all. To the wait. Facebook, YouTube. Latest.